right.
We go back this way
Mm-hmm.
and down the stairs. And let's see. I did get the acid, so there isn't anything else in the other room, I believe.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So the last thing to do is to pick up the magnum, save, and then...
Rana? That doesn't sound right.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I know a couple of them, but like our dad is a big fan of bears, of course, Ursid and Ursine and stuff like that.
Right.
If Swift, don't forget to save.
Yep, I'll be doing that after I
Yeah, we're gonna
unlock this.
right,
Basically, I just want to clear up as much inventory space as possible.
right. The and the boss wasn't right after the unlocked door, right?
No.
Okay. Because the worst thing that would be because you can't. Well, actually, you unlock it and then you decide to go through, right?
Right.
Because you throw away the key, so it doesn't automatically move you through. So even if it was right after that, you'd still be fine. The thing I was afraid of is like, yeah, you use up the key card, then the game just kicks you through.
No. No, there was still another area, because remember there was the magnum ammo.
So he confirms Rana's a Spanish word for frog. So
That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Latin.
you're saying Spanish isn't Latin?
It's not, actually.
I know what you mean.
Are you saying that Spanish is Latin? That's racist.
No, Resident
It's
Evil 4
culturally
is-
insensitive.
Yeah. Purification room.
Alright, we throw that away. Then we run all the way back
way
again. Because we've got herbs to mix, and guns to get, and all kinds of things.
Right.
And actually, this is the way that Billy came in, so
Mhm.
it's actually right on the way.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Demar was saying the one thing I never figured out about RE is how the military hasn't caught word of outbreaks as secret projects. Here's the funny thing, and I know Ben's winding up to reply, so you go for it.
Come on, Frog. You and me. Coward. Okay, you were saying?
I was saying that I'm pretty sure you were ready to reply to that one.
Oh, basically, the idea is that, yes, the military does get wind of it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
For example, that's what happens with... that actually happens with Raccoon City.
Yeah.
The military decides, okay, we just nuke the thing.
Yeah, Raccoon City actually was nuked. Yeah.
Right. But the big thing is that eventually it was decided to create a specialized task force to deal with bioweapon outbreaks, and that's where the BSAA comes from,
Right.
in Resident Evil 5 and on.
Because much like with NATO, if you can spread the costs and resources around to get more people involved, then that's what you'll do.
I wish we'd be in America if it's the bill. I mean...
Yeah, it is. Although it is kind of like the one thing I will praise Michael Bay's Transformers for, and I realize this may be heresy to say so.
And I have to say, that's the worst way to start a sentence. All right.
The one thing I will praise it for is the fact that like it was showing off like military forces actually going up against the giant robots, and it's like I mean it's like you'd have to have some pretty powerful armor to stand up to an A10 barrage and stuff like that. And it's like it'd be kind of cool if we actually saw more things like tanks versus tyrants or whatever just. Because whenever those things always happen, it's always presented as this incredibly lopsided thing. But I think Resident Evil, the power scale is about on par. You can see,
Where did the... Oh, they're there. Okay. It's right behind his boot.
Yeah, you can actually see some pretty interesting fights. With
They kind of do that with RE6, because the entire situation in the Balkans analog, wherever that's supposed to be,
right.
as like the Ogremon taking on helicopters. Things
That's,
like that.
you're
If I
right.
remember
That's
right.
true. Yeah, there was some of that. Right.
Whereas most of it was, we're throwing tanks and things at the main character. But,
Right.
but the idea is still there. So.
Yeah, sure. I forgot about that. Man, my mind just wanted to blot out that whole chapter with like the two fights against those things and running around.
Yeah. Let's see. And it was this way, wasn't it? Or was it?
That's another thing that's kind of amusing too. I don't know if you all can, if you all relate to this one, but the times when you're watching a game that you used to really like but haven't played in a while, like you're seeing it and you're seeing things that happened, but you don't remember a bit of it.
I have to say that actually rarely happens to me. I guess because my mind just tends to have a pretty good grasp of things like plot and writing and whatnot.
Right.
Very often, I will pick up a game that I haven't played in a long time, and I have no idea how to play it, which is always hilarious to watch.
Right.
Okay.
There was something I was watching recently. Oh, it was Zane doing Twilight Princess. Yeah, and I haven't played that in years. So it was.
Yeah, it's the knife, isn't it? Or is it?
Those are two knives. Yeah.
No, that is the magnum.
It was a magnum. Okay.
It looked like a knife.
And Demar says all he has to say though is BSA needs better soldiers.
It has 5 shots now. Weird. Okay. See, I leave this because there's no reason for me to keep it.
It's kind of funny, Demar. He mentions Chris's steroid enhanced arms and everything. It's like, yeah, apparently, and I read this is one of the things I read with some interview with the character designer or something like that for 5. They're saying that originally Chris had a more realistic, build and everything, and I think it was a she, but yeah, the designer was just like, she just said, no, just go completely over the top, just make him like the manliest thing can possibly be to make him stand out, to make him look unique and everything. It's like, oh,
I guess I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I kind of see that.
They should recruit Billy.
Yeah.
I will admit, Billy is one of my favorite RE characters, even though he only appears in this game and he doesn't really do a lot.
Right.
And I actually found out, I was thinking about it a while back, it's like, why don't I like Resident Evil 0 as much as I should?
Right.
And besides the fact that it's not a very good game.
Besides we're spending an hour of a stream running in circles.
Right.
Stuff,
besides that. And it's because, if this was, again, back in the days before Resident Evil really had hit its timing, but even then, like in the first opening segments of Resident Evil 1, you have some very memorable lines, whether it's the Master of Unlocking, Jill Sandwich, whatever,
right.
Hardy har har, at least you remember it, A, and B, it adds characterization to all of the characters, except for those who die.
Right.
It's just, especially after the train segment, there is not a lot of interaction between Billy and Rebecca, and there is no one else with whom they can interact.
Right.
So you spend long periods of this game with nobody saying anything, nobody doing anything, and it makes it feel very flat.
Yeah, this is a very good point. It's like, we were talking about Resident Evil 6 earlier, but one of the things, as much as they didn't really focus on the relationships between any of the characters except for Jake and Sherry. It's like, Leon and Helena had better interaction than Rebecca and Billy. And they're supposed to build this up as this kind of, not romance per se, but it's a kind of affection with each other, that Rebecca is willing to trust Billy over her leadership and everything.
Yeah, and Billy, on the other hand, Rebecca is basically the only person he's got right now,
right?
Because he's a convicted killer.
He's a wanted war criminal, right?
and so it's like there's a lot of potential stuff they could have done in terms of writing that they ended up not doing.
And Swift agrees. That's a good observation.
I think
Swift also said that Billy probably died when they nuked the place.
I don't think so.
The very simple grounds that in Resident Evil kind of works like RPGs in this regard. Once you have a name, you're only actually dead if you die on screen.
Right. Because I think that Billy was actually not heading to Raccoon City.
But we'll find out if we.
That's the thing. I'm pretty much geared up now. I don't have much else that I can drop. I guess I could drop that, but I don't really want to.
Yeah.
And I've got 3 full heals, so I should be okay there.
Shotgun, you got magnum, you got grenades. I think you're about as ready as you'll ever be.
Yep.
You just had to make one run at the boss to realize it.
You're bad. You have to die several times before it takes.
Right. Yeah, as Swift points out, you had in Resident Evil, even if you die on screen, you're not dead, like Ada.
And Wesker, and
what did Wesker die?
He actually dies in Resident Evil 1.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yep, he gets stabbed by Tyrant, and it doesn't kill him.
If I thought agrees, if you're bad, you have to die several times. Yep. That was pretty great minds think alike on that one. Yeah, at least Wesker is finally dead properly for good. He had instead of duck him in lava like the Terminator 1000, and then fire rockets at him. Right?
That's right. 1 rocket wouldn't take 2 rockets. That'll take care of just about anybody.
Key Unity, hey.
Hey, Key Unity.
Tight.
I will admit, part of me just wants to do a almost like a Mad Libs thing. It's like, what is to what are you referring? Billy's shirt, my play style, our brotherly affection. I mean,
we like this. Holding the two fingers together. I'll be a good storyline. Show his life.
I do agree. Yeah, the whole Mr. Death thing. It has a lot of potential storyline stuff. Like, I would actually have liked if they did something with the Operation Raccoon City people with him.
Yeah, I was about to say the last time he's appeared in an actual game, it's supposed like a mercenaries mode or something, was Raccoon City, which was non-canon.
Right.
So, and of all the times to kind of like screw up potential there, the whole thing with Raccoon City is like you have these Umbrella operatives, like Black Ops things and everything. Why not make Hunk playable for that?
Right.
Key says all the above. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't. It seemed like the most obvious thing, and they didn't do it. Swift saying that Wesker's death on RE1 felt more real before they rewrote it. They were intended for him to come back, retconned in a bonus disc story released with Code Veronica. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So I thought I wouldn't mind more of the Mikhail, Carlos, Nikolai stuff. What was that from?
Resident Evil Hunk's Prodigy.
Yep. Carlos was the one in 3, right? The one who helps Jill. Yeah, it's at 3. I'm guessing you're talking about, right? I saw an LP of it, but I have never. We've never actually played it.
Okay, let's leave that. Add the magnum shells.
That was 3. Yes, excellent. Wesker, especially in Retribution. That's one we haven't played either, I don't think.
No, we have not. Mm-hmm. Well, great. Now I need to...
I gotta say, as far as like the...
I guess I will go ahead and just drop these.
As far as the over-the-top villains go, I mean, Wesker did do it. You know, Capcom definitely was right on the mark with them.
Which is why they had to keep reusing it,
right?
Because they couldn't make Lightning Strike twice.
Exactly, yeah. That's one of the things that I've noticed, and it kind of feels like...
That's 130 shots, though. Well, this is the last bonus.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to use them for? I mean, really, it's like, hey, you remember, this is RE0. If there is any more gameplay to be had after this one, you can run back and get it.
Actually, let's just do this number. Because she's just going to be firing grenades at him.
True, okay.
So actually, I'll go ahead and have him go with the Magnum.
So
I might as well just try to kill him as quickly as possible.
What Wesker versus Neo? Well, the problem is that
they're the same person.
The problem is Wesker became Neo for 5. So.
But technically speaking, if you're using the rules for both, then Neo would have to win just because he gets to cheat more than Wesker does.
Right. He can fly and actually absorb the bullets and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is he in idle mode? Or no? There we go. Okay, good.
Wow, she's already down a lot.
I would switch to Rebecca and get her like pretty far away, and then switch back to Billy.
That's the thing, though. She's not firing, which worries me a lot.
Maybe they actually won't fire the grenade launcher. Like it's a special weapon or something. Okay, phase 2. Oh dear, that's kind of horrifying. I know what the thumbnail for this episode is going to be.
I can't see anything.
Is he out? Yeah, he must be out of the napalm. This is, you know, the any RE boss end boss's gimmick fight, right? The problem is that kind of like all fights in RE0 are kind of gimmick fights. You stand
Arg!
You stand with this.
Look at that!
Yeah, the screen transition right in the middle of the room.
That's a really, really stupid idea. Oh, and he's out.
Right. So you officially hit him with about 4 napalm grenades, 9 magnum shots, a bunch of shotgun shells. Oh, did we get it? Okay. Or Swift said Ari's end boss is actually camera angles.
Seriously, what was that? What we need is a transition area right in the middle of the room, so you get an angle of our boss from every angle. What? Looking around? Why would you need to do that? Okay, we've got 2 shaft keys.
It's a bad key.
Shut your mouth.
We have the left and the right key, so I guess make sure you use the right ones.
Okay. So we'll have... we can have Billy with the right key.
Mm-hmm. We have to look at the right key.
Okay.
Yeah, long story short, D-Moore is exactly right, and we need more hunk in our lives.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh, what's that there? Looks
Oh,
like magnum.
ammo, yeah.
Hooray!
Well, we actually ended up coming out fairly well, ammo-wise. Not that I guess we need it, unless you... Because I don't think this game has you inherit your inventory into New Game Plus or anything, so...
It might. I don't know. Is there actually a lot of different areas you can go?
Oh, I wonder if you could kind of like run around there and try to lure them into the hall and blast them that way.
It's possible.
Or Laura said you should give Rebecca the R key and Bill Lee.
You know what, Lorax? Just for that. There.
So we have crowned the new pun master. D-Moore said Hunk should take off his mask and turn out he's Leon all along.
Oh, no. There's no way Leon could spend all of that time without at least one really bad one-liner.
Yeah. If Leon was actually Hunk, he'd just be just chopping at the bit too.
Dun dun dun. Okay. Okay, so Rebecca on the right, Billy on the left.
All right.
I bet I have to.
I have to put him in like pause mode or whatever.
Okay, so I use this.
Switch and yep.
One last time.
Looks like you won't need these keys anymore.
Good night,
Good night, Phoenix. Hey, you saw the last boss. You know that's you can leave happy.
I have to think that there's got to be something else that'll happen. Apprentice of Unlocking. Huh. Well, let's take the ink ribbon. Take the handgun ammo. Let's see. Which was the one that had it? Her. So I end with a lot of handgun ammo. Holy
Seriously. All right. I guess might as well save backup slot and everything.
Because you never know, there might be something else going on.
Yeah.
That was just over too easy. It's got to be something else.
Well, I mean, did use up a lot of your ammo and everything.
So what? As though that ever stops a Resident Evil.
Yeah, true.
Remember, we spent most of this game limping around with almost nothing, except for a bucket load of handgun bullets, which I do still have. Oh wow!
Okay, there's probably going to be something else. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're probably right on that one. If we're going to get this much stuff.
I don't think this is all for New Game Plus. What? Nerg. I'll just have her use the thing she has now.
So saying you should put saves after the main boss. Yeah. That would be a first, I'm pretty sure. And Billy still has his full for his first aid spray, right? No, he does not. Okay. You want to grab at least. Or you're going to grab this anyway, right? Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Takes that. He takes that. I'll also take those shotgun shells.
Mm-hmm. You can nudge her out of the way enough.
She can take the grenades.
Right. Oh. Those must be more napalm grenades.
I can have him drop those ink ribbons.
Yeah. You won't need them anymore, right? You won't need to make any more saves because you beat the last boss. Of course, I'm kind of thinking it's like, who else could it be? I mean, we've dealt with Marcus.
There we go. Well, I'm sure he'll have another form. Yeah.
Right. Those are the boring regular grenades. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen those in a while.
Okay, so we exchange that with Billy's empty slot. so we might as well give him the hand grenade or the handgun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go.
That takes some doing.
Mash my face against it.
Yeah, I think we can probably be fairly confident about that one, D-Moore. I don't think Capcom's going to bring Hunk back as a mutated zombie unicorn. A mutated zombie, maybe, but...
Right.
Actually...
Yeah, let's go ahead and just change that. Exchange.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Make sure that... Because you have enough shotgun shells, but make sure that Rebecca has a backup weapon.
Right. Just in case there are some non-boss enemies floating around.
Right.
You never know. Arg!
Yeah, you can safely leave ink ribbons because you can just come back for them. Maybe. Oh, from Human Revolution, we know this is a funicular.
Activate the lift.
As Pritchard mentions like 4 times, just to prove he knows the word, I guess. All right, here we're going to have a bonding moment for you. If you do the evil leech walker together? No?
What?
No, okay.
It's the queen.
Ah.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Who activated the self-destruct system?
Come on, can't this thing move any faster?
That's a great question, actually. Who did activate it? So it's, you probably should have saved again after that inventory shuffle.
I don't know, I'm feeling fairly confident about being able to take this one on.
You're ready for Nemesis Part 2, Flython says.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I have to deal with you.
System has been activated. All personnel evacuate
I
immediately.
think once again you split up so she can't hit more than one at a time, and then... It looks like Becky is her chosen target. She's like way off the... Swift.
Oh, wow.
Swift is asking, does every RE game end with something about to blow up?
Pretty much.
Pretty
yes.
much, yeah. Whereas you could say that, which action movies end with something about to blow up. It's kind of a...
Becky. She's still got... Oh, Becky.
I guess now that you've kind of got her on the same side, you maybe pull her back behind Billy. Or you could just... Or you could do that.
Just shoot it, Fox!
And light was the true weakness all along.
Billy, can't handle sunlight. We need to open the windows.
Follow me.
Oh dear. D-Moore, remastering RE456 to current gen,
You work on the
or
window.
getting RE6.
Got it.
Are they remastering RE4?
I'll use my charm to distract Her Majesty.
Nice. So Billy takes off his mask to reveal he was Leon.
Warlock.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no, Ben. All you have to do is handle the camera and the map. That's the easy part of RE0, right?
Southwest side, northwest side, southeast side, west side.
Okay. With Said,
Um,
turn that crank, Ashley.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
Okay, so this
I
is
think I'm supposed to...
Repeat.
to lure her away. It seems like she's being pretty conciliatory about going after Billy. Is one down?
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate.
Interesting. Okay.
Repeat.
Okay, so she'll...
I guess you can decide who she's going after and then switch to the other person. Oh, so Rebecca's just going to crank it on her own. Well, I guess this part is officially there to prove that Billy could not, in fact, be replaced by a stepladder. You would at least need an armored turret, or like a turret or something.
Oh, great! I do not have many shots.
You may have to switch with their handgun. Because granted, I mean, I'm pretty sure the game isn't tracking damage at this point.
It is.
What I mean, like, I don't think your guns are going to do any extra damage. You just have to keep her busy.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I don't actually have any ammo for anything.
All right, Demore. Well, thanks for coming by, man, and hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
Hunk for life.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Oh, great.
Personnel evacuate immediately.
Well,
Good.
Getting time for that, though. Yeah. Maybe give her a first aid.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, as Zane points out, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep them healthy, you win, right?
Self-destruct system activated.
You should probably get past right there, I think. Yeah,
Repeat.
Actually, yeah, she needs to use that right now.
right.
Yeah.
All right. The Queen is going after Becky. I'm glad that you do not actually have to worry about the directions and everything. It's like the AI will just do it for you. Excellent.
Okay, just one more, I think. Danger, danger, Rebecca Chambers, danger.
Hey, P-Bug, I'm glad you made it pretty much right for the end there. Yes, we have not only found a boss, but the boss. This is the last boss. We're all pretty sure. Welcomely, hey, glad to have you. What game is next? We'll have to think about that. We weren't actually sure if we'd be getting this one done, in time tonight. I plan on doing Dragon's Dogma at some point, but I'm not sure if we're going to wait until after Dark Souls 3 or not. And if this is your first time on the stream, then we'll be doing Rune Factory 3 tomorrow, and then Dark Souls on Tuesday, right? Dark Souls 3, yeah. The Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday with Ben streaming that.
Okay, that should be the last one.
All right.
There we are.
Oh, cool. Is this a good game yet? You caught the best part, I think. You missed about an hour worth of stream content, running around back and forth to grab everything. Oh, what game was that, Flython? He said this isn't as cool as slamming Nemesis with a railgun.
I think that was RE3.
Billy!
Try using a knife next time. Yes.
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
It still won't hit Wesker, though.
Excuse me, princess.
Holy cow!
Well, they loaded it with the explosive rounds, so someone's a min-maxer.
He's seeing stars. Oh.
Nice. Yeah, welcomely, you are welcome to stay after that one. You were anyway, but that in particular.
Wow, when they self-destruct, they do it right.
Hollow Point Magnum. Well, hollow points would just deform in the body to cause more damage.
Yeah, they don't tend to do much more exit wound.
Yeah.
Which is what, baffled me, because, yeah, they basically blew the thing apart.
Right.
Hey, that must be the old mansion that Enrico was talking about.
Well, you can chamber pretty much anything with hollow points if you want to. But yeah, it is generally kind of pointless with magnums because the bullets tend to go right through people anyway.
Right.
Anyway, we're finally having an important moment. The very end of the game.
I guess it's time to say goodbye. Officially, Lieutenant Billy Cohen is dead.
Yeah, I'm just a zombie now.
I thought they were going for a romance plot, but she grabs the guy's dog tags. That's kind of neat. Oh. Neither of them will ever be in a mainline Resident Evil game again. Yeah, welcome to Lisa, pretty much the same thing. Zane was saying the Capcom hates, I guess, Capcom hates Rebecca for some reason. Yeah,
and that is Resident Evil 0.
All right.
Yep, the two characters that, you know, I actually kind of like a fair bit, never really do anything from here on in. Hooray!
Oh, Lorax, look at Lorax gives a Meat Boy thumbs up.
Yep, none of you can see it because we don't have the webcam set up, but thumbs up! So that is Resident Evil 0.
That was Zero, yeah.
I think I'll fiddle around with Wesker mode and see if it's something to try again.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Wesker mode and Leech mode, and maybe
Leech mode probably.
Yeah,
not.
we'll take a look. You know, and we'll see about maybe doing that. Or Swift Resident Evil 0 out of 10. Oh, harsh.
I will say that I would definitely not rank it among the worst games that I've ever played.
Yeah.
It is frustrating. They made some really stupid decisions, i.e. inventory juggling and having to go back and forth all over the place.
The thing we spent about, I would say, at least literally 10% and possibly as much as 20% of the stream running around, running back and forth, juggling to deal with your 6 inventory things.
Right.
Because I took out the bottomless box.
Right.
That's definitely bad.
That was bad.
Right.
But yeah, all in all, it's like, I wouldn't even really call it my least favorite Resident Evil game. So.
It was a decidedly mediocre game.
Right. And yeah, Flython, it is really pretty.
Right. Except for the cutscenes. Why didn't they go back and do that? And it started off well. The train was good. Yeah.
And Lorax was more entertained watching this than RE6. So, yeah. I like to think that is my incredible personality and charm, you know, working on any game, no matter how good or bad.
I'm just gonna laugh.
And I agree with P-Bug. Just ran through a facility full of zombies, then she gets to do it again. Right. Hooray!
It is a bad night for Becky. But
and yeah, the biggest thing that I have really is the fact that you basically had a game that was focused on 2 characters, and it didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah,
really
exactly.
Except for like the few moments where it's like, oh, you could have done something there. Huh.
It's there were kind of this awkward range where it's like the original games were very much on the, like you 1 and 2 are very much on the camp side of things, and then of course 4 goes like full on B movie and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's like Code Veronica and this one are kind of in that middle stage where they want to be serious but they don't know how.
Right. That's the thing that gets me about Capcom. It's like you can tell that they were trying to do like the serious, you know, survival horror type thing and everything else. But yeah, they just couldn't quite make it work.
Right. And then, and my biggest gripe with it, and this is just from somebody watching it and never actually playing it. I haven't actually, played a single. No, I did play a couple minutes of it when Ben was, away for that one time. But my big problem with it was how they handled enemies like those, like the slappy tentacle leech guys.
Right.
The fact that
those were obnoxious.
Yeah, there's so many enemies that just track you and have no problem hitting you. We try to dodge them.
Right.
But when you're trying it, they have to kind of. You have to like adjust with the we're getting some camera some color issues on the monitor that happens when we're using the HDMI thing for the projection, and it's really awkward.
And yeah, I agree with Swift. You can kind of tell this was their prototype for co-op games that came later. They just didn't make this one co-op.
And the character mode switching thing I thought was kind of cool. They do some interesting things with that, and it's as much as we teased Rebecca for getting stuff from the box and stuff like that. It's like they tend to balance that pretty well.
Yeah.
There are some annoying parts, and that kind of feeds into the inventory problem when you're running around with Rebecca with her inventory slots full, grabbing quest items without anybody to hand stuff off to, and no real way to.
Like that one time I'd use the dumbwaiter several times over. It's like, okay, Rebecca's stuck in this room. Here's this stuff.
Right.
Most OP weapon is the knife in Recode Veronica.
Huh. Yeah, we haven't played. I know of that one. I've seen an LP of it, but we haven't actually played that one.
And all Capcom
staff. Yeah, Toes is kind of like the, I guess, the masters of ports or whatever. They've done a bunch of Square Enix's ports.
You can see them.
Little
Shinji Mikami.
I still haven't decided whether to forgive him for Evil Within or not. From the master of horror. But yeah, so since we actually did finish this one, we'll be thinking about
probably what'll happen is for next week.
Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday.
Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday. Probably Wesker mode on Thursday.
Okay.
Try to finish this out. And if it doesn't end up working out very well, then we'll just call it there.
Now remember, they thrown the gauntlet. Yeah, here's the thing though. It's like Evil Within. It's like, well, we had problems with it. I can't call it bad, you know. And it still needs to be House of the Dead games.
Family-friendly language, Swift.
Yeah.
So that rules out that one.
Overkill,
yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the other ones. Although I think maybe Typing of the Dead. Rank D.
Oh, snap.
Oof.
You had 40 saves, 27... So I guess that's 27 deaths. And then 99 kills. You killed almost 100 zombies.
Just about. I can now play Leech Hunter. Hooray!
You could.
Wesker mode.
Was that Rebecca dressed as Jill? Kind of. Ish. Yeah.
First ones are clean. 1 through 4 are clean?
Yeah.
They could be.
But yeah, Evil Within, it's like, I wouldn't call it bad. So I agree with you on that one. But it definitely had problems. And then, of course, the ending goes completely off the rails. So. 0-0. Clear save. There you go.